Sakamoto Days Season 1, Part 2, Episode 9 Soshi-kare is like diving headfirst into a blender of high-octane action, gut-busting comedy, and just enough heart to make you feel like you're soaring alongside our heroes on a doom-plane ride. The JCC Transfer Exam arc is in full swing, and this episode cranks the dial to 11 as Taro Sakamoto ex-hitman, current convenience store dad faces a literal free fall with his ragtag crew. The stakes: a plummeting aircraft, a psychopathic film director, and a test that's less about passing and more about surviving. We kick off with Shin, Akira, our telepathic hothead voiced by Nobunaga Shimazaki, locked in a brawl with Mafuyu, the death row inmate with a flair for the dramatic and a face that screams I'm unhinged. Mafuyu, brought to chaotic life by Daiki Yamashita, is all wild eyes and taunting giggles, treating the fight like he's auditioning for a slasher flick. Shin's newly awakened precog powers make him a dodging, punching whirlwind, countering Mafuyu's erratic attacks with a mix of grit and desperation. Their clash is a highlight, thin choreography so tight it feels like a dance, with Shin landing blows that scream, and not your side character. Meanwhile, Sakamoto, voiced by Tomokazu Sujita's perfect blend of stoic and silly, is the calm in the storm. As the player nosedives courtesy of Kanaguri, the oldest film-obsessed lunatic who's rigging the exam for his own twisted cinematic vision, Sakamoto's calculating every move, dodging debris like it's just another day at the store. Enter Akira, the teenage seamstress with a heart of gold and needles of steel, voiced by Marika Michi. She's the episode's MVP, stitching together a makeshift parachute to slow their descent, her hand shaking but her resolve rock solid. The plane's interior is a whirlwind of chaos, fists fly, fabric flutters, and Kanaguri is cackling from the sidelines like a deranged director yelling cut. The vibe is quintessential Sakamoto Days, a glorious mess of adrenaline and absurdity with moments of camaraderie that hit like a warm hug. When Shin spares Mafuyu, only for the creep to latch onto him like a clingy fanboy, it's laugh-out-loud funny, setting up a dynamic that's equal parts hilarious and unsettling. By the time they crash land, don't worry, they make it, the episode leaves you buzzing, with Kanaguri's schemes and the shadow of XLR looming large. It's a wild ride, and I'm already craving the next one. Visually, Soshi-kare is a banger, though it's not without a few hiccups. TMS Entertainment, guided by Masaki Watanabe, channels Yuto Suzuki's manga with a style that's bold, kinetic, and dripping with personality. The Shin Mafuyu fight is a standout, fluid animation makes every dodge and punch pop, with Shin's glowing precog eyes cutting through the chaos like a laser. The animators use sharp angles and vibrant colors to mirror the manga's dynamic paneling, especially in close-ups of Mafuyu's manic grin or Sakamoto's unflappable cool. The plane's free fall is a visual feast, with debris swelling and the camera tilting to capture the gut-dropping vertigo. Thep Studio paints texture effects at a gritty edge, grounding the action in a tactile, almost tangible feel. That said, the animation stumbles in spots. The plane's exterior shots lean on CGI that feels clunky next to the hand-drawn character work, pulling you out of the moment like a bad jump cut. Kanaguri's introduction, while menacing, lacks the polish of Shin's scenes. His movements feel stiff, like the budget was saving its Sekuga for later. Minor fans sipping my imaginary cafe mocha here might notice some of Suzuki's wilder line work gets smoothed out, dulling the raw energy of the sauce. It's not a deal breaker, but when the manga's this alive, you want every frame to match its pulse. The art style, though, nails the shonen vibe. Character designs are spot on. Sakamoto's doughy menace, Akira's wide-eyed grit, and Mafuyu's unhinged glee leap off the screen. At glance, especially the crumbling plane, balance detail and mayhem without stealing focus. Yuki Hayashi's score is a pulse-pounding partner to the action, and the voice cast is phenomenal. Shimazaki's fiery Shin and Yamashita's deranged Mafuyu steal the show, while Akimichi's Akira brings quiet strength. If TMS can tighten up the CGI and give the orders fights more shine, we're in for a visual knockout. Soshi-kare is Sakamoto Days firing on all cylinders, and I'm here for it like a kid hyped on espresso. The episode blends jaw-dropping action with laugh-out-loud moments. Shin's precog glow-up and Akira's parachute heroics are pure gold, while Mafuyu's creepy devotion adds a twisted cherry on top. The heart shines through, too. Akira's courage and Shin's mercy make you root for this crew like they're your best buds. Kanaguri is a tantalizing tease of bigger threats, and the hint of Ix's master plan has me glued to the edge of my seat. I'm obsessed with how this show juggles chaos and charm without dropping the ball. My only nitpick is the animation's occasional wobble, but the character-driven story and infectious energy more than make up for it. I'm crossing my fingers for Part 2 to double down on the manga's raw vibe and give us some jaw-dropping order battles. For now, Soshi-kare is a reminder why Sakamoto Days is the most fun I'm having with anime right now. So grab your coffee, let's geek out over what's next.